Hello and welcome back. So today we are talking about a common, subtle, and incredibly sad relationship problem, especially in long-term partnerships. I call it the best friend trap. Now, what is the best friend trap? It's when your relationship is absolutely stable. You trust each other, you communicate well enough, you share finances, and you happily co-parent or cohabitate. But the passion, the sexual energy, the excitement, and the sense of romantic urgency that has completely evaporated. You look over at your partner and you realize you feel more like a roommate, or indeed a very good best friend than a lover. And this is dangerous because while comfort is good, complacency is what kills relationships slowly. So let's unpack this. Why does the fire go out? The first reason is that we forget the massive difference between liking someone and desiring someone. We like our friends. We like stability, predictability, and safety. But desire, that intense, passionate pull, is often rooted in something slightly different. It's rooted in novelty, tension, and a healthy dose of mystery. Think back to when you first started dating. There was physical space between you. You didn't know everything about him. There was a separation of lives that made the time you spent together thrilling. Now fast forward. You know exactly what he'll say, how he'll react, and what he looks like watching TV every night. You've merged your lives completely. And in that merger, the distinct you and him that created the spark have faded into a homogeneous us. So the first mistake we make is we prioritize efficiency over excitement. Everything becomes practical. You talk about bills, kids' schedules, groceries, and repairs. There is no time dedicated to just being two playful adults who are attracted to each other. To fix this, we need to reintroduce a healthy concept called differentiation. This is the psychological term for maintaining your separate identity within the context of the relationship. This means you need to re-engage with the things that make you you, your separate hobbies, your personal time, your unique friendships. When you pour energy back into your individual life, you return to the relationship with new stories, new energy, and a restored sense of self. And this is crucial. You become slightly less predictable. When you are less predictable, you reintroduce that little bit of mystery that fuels desire. He stops seeing you just as the person who pays the bills and starts seeing you as the dynamic, interesting woman he fell for. The second key strategy is implementing what I call rituals of connection. We need to stop waiting for intimacy to happen and start scheduling it. Now, I know scheduling romance sounds terribly unromantic, right? But here's the truth. If you don't schedule it, life will fill that space with chores, work, and screens. A ritual of connection is a non-negotiable, intentional time focused purely on romantic or emotional. Bonding. This doesn't always mean sex, though that's important. It means reserving one night a week as an absolute, no phones allowed date night, even if it's just ordering takeout and eating by candlelight. It means establishing a 15-minute check-in every night where you ask each other, what was the most stressful thing today? And what was the most joyful thing today? But without trying to solve the problem, just to listen. These small intentional moments break the roommate routine. They remind your brain that this person is your lover and that the connection is special, not just functional. Then we must talk about the physical side. Intimacy often drops because we stop making the first move. Initiation is the responsibility of both partners. If you are a woman who constantly waits to be desired, try flipping the script. Expressing your own desire is incredibly potent. This doesn't mean pressuring him. It means making small, direct, playful bids for connection. Maybe it's a flirty text in the middle of the day. Maybe it's a touch or a comment that is clearly designed to create sexual tension, not just comfort. This is about reclaiming your sexual agency. When you actively pursue intimacy, you reignite a dynamic where both partners feel wanted, and that energy breaks the cycle of passive acceptance. So, if you feel trapped in the best friend zone, remember these 3 steps. Reintroduce differentiation. Pour energy back into your separate identity and personal life to restore novelty. Establish rituals of connection. Schedule non-negotiable time purely for romantic and emotional bonding, free from logistics. Claim your desire. Be the initiator sometimes. Don't wait to be chosen. Actively choose your partner with playful, intentional gestures. It takes effort to keep the flame alive, but that effort is worth it. You deserve a partner who is your best friend and your passionate lover. Start small this week by scheduling one intentional ritual of connection. I want to know, what is one ritual of connection you want to implement this week? Share it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.